Hey everyone, welcome to episode 6 review of Gielinor Games. What great content. Well done, Soup.
Yeah, yeah, as always, the challenges were absolutely insane. But they were both fun. I was like, I want to play these.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I was like, we should literally try this out, especially the banning one, which we'll talk about after. But yeah, so the first challenge. Oh yeah, by the way, there's 11 people left. The prize pool has increased to 50 bill, which is crazy. And
That's a ton of money.
yeah, it is so much money. Like, what do you even do with that much money? You could probably max gear like 5 or 10 accounts. I don't even know. But
Yeah, I bonds for life, maybe.
bonds for life. Oh my gosh, how many bonds? Wow, that's
Yeah,
years
I don't know.
worth of bonds.
Yeah, yeah, that's a long time.
But yeah, so the first challenge was they called it dressed
Dressed
out.
out.
Yeah, last one to equip
Hmm.
something in a spot is eliminated, and you can't go to the same shop too. So if you go to the Varrock armor shop and you buy an item there, you can't for like your leg slot go back there to pick up a different item. But yeah,
Hmm.
great stuff. Oh yeah, someone got sabotaged, and it was Rody. Yeah, you want to talk about that? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, this is because I think sometimes the sabotages aren't like super drastic, but this one was like I think a solid one, which he almost made it to the he made it to like top six or top five.
Yeah.
So he did a good job. But basically, every single round where they had to equip like an armor slot or like the head slot, he had to wait 5 seconds before he started, which is pretty significant when it comes down to like techs or like everyone's going for the same shop. So he kind of got screwed over, but he made it really far. So yeah, so good job, Roy, for that.
Yeah, very
Uh,
impressive. Very impressive. Yeah. But his impressiveness is known by the public now, and he is a target, unfortunately.
yeah, and spoiler, as I'm assuming you've probably seen the episode, he did get put into the banning because they're like, he did pretty good, and he's a farmer, so we should put him in. So
Yeah,
he
exactly.
got in the banning,
He's
which is
got two
hilarious.
things going against him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
farmer and killed it during the challenge
Yeah.
for like having a handicap, like limping along.
Right.
He's just like and still doing it. So
Yeah.
you know,
Exactly. Exactly. The one thing that I found uh I thought C Engineer did a good job this episode because so he did okay during the challenge like midway, but he was actually sick. And he chose not to disclose that information so he wouldn't appear weak. Brilliant move by C Engineer.
yeah. Because apparently, like someone last season, they're like, "I'm sick," and they're like, "Let's put him in." I smell weakness.
Yeah, which is it makes sense, and obviously the weak are being torn apart.
Mm.
This week everyone's super strong, and in the future weeks it's just gonna get better. Um, yeah, that's oh yeah, just there's a lot of very smart people left.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
so
Yeah, and then one thing with the dressed out, I really like. We both really like both challenges, but this one was really nice because I think one they were all in the same world, so it's like like Bodhi bought out all the shops of the items, and it's like oh, gotta love some because then they everyone's scrambling. It's like oh, I gotta figure out something else.
yeah,
And I also like that because it was almost open ended where there are so many possibilities for each item. It's like you could still do well and like go to different spots.
yeah,
So just a great challenge overall. And it's like
totally
everyone had to like be sharp and think on their feet.
right. Yeah,
So I
like some
like that.
people even made their items, which is
Yeah,
like
it's like
yeah.
worst case scenario. All right, let's just make
Yeah.
it.
Totally, totally.
Yeah, so
But
really
yeah,
like
so last or actually the top three people were Hootie, which Hootie's showing up a lot. He's won a few of these now, so
that. Hmm.
excited to see where he goes. And then Bodie and Settled, of course, they're just monsters. They Settled almost got out, but um, one of these rounds with Roidy, but Roidy waited at a shop where Settled teleported away to find another shop for plate legs
Hmm.
because Bodhi had bought out all the items in that shop. Um, but
Hmm.
yeah, so Settled could have been gone, but he wasn't. So impressive stuff
Yeah.
by Bodhi and Settled. They are
Oh yeah.
stomping it.
Like both Bodhi's just like there for content, but also is like killer. Does it for the content, buys out all the shops. So I feel like he's like just fun to be around. Potentially new favorite for me at least this season. And then Settled is he won. This is the only one. He only lost once, and so he just keeps on winning. So
Yeah,
pretty insane, honestly. Settled
totally.
is pogging out. Yeah.
Totally agree. Yeah, totally agree. And yeah, I think I agree. I think since Solo's gone, rest in peace, Solo. Bodhi's yeah, Bodhi's the I think one of my favorites. And a close
Yeah.
though is Foe. I think Foe is super smart. And yeah, I
Hmm.
just like his style. But
Yeah. The red outfit.
yeah. The red outfit. That's
uh,
hilarious. So yeah, so let's move on to the choice. So oh,
yeah.
there's a funny thing that happens. Um, so they end up choosing what's it? Rhodey, just because Rhodey's a beast at the game. But the funny thing is, like Bodhi and Hootie are sort of like um, want to be passive and just choose whoever, except except Bodhi says, "Oh, I just let the other two choose," and then Rhodey copied exactly what Bodhi says and just said, "Oh, I'll let the other two choose," when it's like just not to make enemies,
Yeah.
but it
And then
just
Hootie copied him.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
oh my gosh, so funny
Yeah, that was pretty good.
and smart, but it's like throwing shade because I think they both sort of said like yeah they're supportive, but I think yeah Settle did make the move, but
Yeah, Settle definitely was the non-neutral party
right
in this banning.
yeah
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I wonder if Bodhi like strategically said like yeah they both chose and I'm the neutral guy, or if he just mistakenly said that, to throw like Hootie under the bus.
Oh, well, I think I felt like Bodhi was the most neutral, and then also I think Hootie was actually pretty neutral because he got screwed over last round
Right.
where like
Yeah.
settled and Solo voted for somebody else when
Yeah.
Brody was supposed to go in.
Yeah.
So I think what they said was true, but it's kind of like, oh, we're all gonna vote Brody, and it's all neutral. Like, sure.
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
so that's pretty good.
Yeah, that was good.
Uh,
So yeah, Rhodey gets thrown in, and then who does he choose?
he chooses Zoe Pancakes. So,
Yeah.
and she did get last, I think, in that challenge. So
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know if that was he smelled weakness,
Yeah.
maybe.
No, that's true. She did get last. Um,
Um,
yeah. Talk about
yeah.
the
So what was the
talk about the
challenge? Yeah,
challenge.
yeah,
Yeah, you go for
dude.
it.
So I mean, you've probably seen there's a lot of Tile Man series, and the challenge is called Tile Man. And Tile Man series is basically, for those of you who don't know, you maybe like get a certain amount of XP, or basically there's tiles that RuneScape is played on, and the mission of this challenge was to reduce the amount of tiles that you walk on. And so every tile you walk on, it highlights a new square. So they count up the squares, and if you have less squares, then you win. Um, and so it's funny because me and Red actually have a Tile Man series
Yeah.
where we did a PvP challenge. So if you want, check that out. And so because of that, I felt like both me and Red were watching it. We're like, oh, we know you need to like conserve your tiles and do this because there's no time limit on the challenge, so you could take your time. But there was maybe some rookie mistakes in our eyes, and obviously it's easy for us to say like, hey, rookie mistakes because we're watching.
Yeah.
But we do have some experience.
Right.
So
Definitely.
yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. Some
Um,
easy tiles missed.
mhm,
And
mhm.
the what ended up uh, causing the winner versus loser was a gate, like a gate, wooden gate trouble with opening and closing it,
Mhm.
and
Uh-huh.
one was able to learn. Rhodey was able to learn from his mistakes, but Zoe was not. And this Zoe did the gate thing twice, where Rhodey just did it once. But super close, very incredible challenge, and yeah, Rhodey ended up coming out on top. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's
good for him. Yeah,
that's that.
that was a really fun challenge.
Yeah, super
Yeah,
fun. Yeah,
I
I want to do that challenge.
really enjoyed watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
Yeah, very cool. But yeah, that's all I got from this one.
yeah, I think that's all I got too. It was just good challenges, good episode. Not too much scheming around, but
Yeah.
yeah, overall super good.
Yeah.
Love watching it. Soup. But
Yeah. Thanks, Soup,
no,
for putting these together. We really appreciate it. All right.
yeah,
Well, we'll see you guys on the next episode.
later.